ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஸ்ரீசைலேசதயா பாத்திரம் தீபக்தியாதிகுணார்ணவம் யதீந்திரப்ரவணம் வந்தே ரம்யஜா மாதரம் முனிம் இத்யாதி பிரணதோஸ்மி நித்யம் வரமுனிதயா பாத்திரம் கோமடகுல உதிதம் ஸ்ரீனிவாசார்யம் வந்தே அஸ்மத் குலதேசிகம். சுபம் நமஸ்ஸபாயை. Today is a most auspicious day, the Jayanti of Sri Ramanujar. Anaithulagam Vaழ வந்த Mahan. On this day, in the month of Chaitra, Chittirai, during the celebration of Vasanta Navaratri culminating in the avatara of Nadayil Nindruyar Nayagan, the embodiment of righteousness and virtue, Sri Ramachandran, at the Ajna of Sri Yad Senapati Swami of Dallas, who is the coordinator of Dallas Sri Vaishnavas group, which is propagating the Darshanam of Swami Emperamanar in Dallas and the surrounding areas. We are making an attempt. Seelamillaachiriyen Eli Elumban Maran Adipodi Azhvai Komadam Seshadri Ramakumaraha is making an effort, humble effort, in bringing the Katha Sudha of Sri Ramachandra Murti. We are trying to elucidate the Rasabhava and Arthagambhiryam of Sri Ramayanam in a series titled Sri Vasanta Navaratri series on Ramayanam, Ramakatha Sudha. Ramakatha Sudha Rasapanamu Karajamu Chesune Ramakatha Sudha Ramakatha Sudha Shri Ramakatha Vakha Sudha Amrutam. As Saint Tyagaraja says in Madhyamavati, Ramakatha itself is a Amrutasagaram. So in today's lecture, as Ubodghatam for this series, we will endeavor to understand Sri Ramayana as a guidebook, an aid memoir for living life. So what does Sri Ramayana preach? Ramayanam solvadi yadu. Sri Ramayana is basically a multifaceted dharmic text. It is Veda Samyam. It is an explanatory text to Vedas, Veda Upabrahmanarthaya. Brahmana Grantham. Vivarana Granthameva. And the third thing is a practical text in a Kavya style. So Sri Ramayana is of course Veda Samyam. And it is an explanatory text to Vedas and Katina Sastras. And more importantly, wise saints and others call it as a Madhura Grantham. It is because it is a Kavya in poetic structure, Adi Kavyam, but that Adi Kavyam has all the Rasabhavas. This is basically Sarvashruti Manoharam. In the own words of sage Valmiki, this is Sarvashruti Manoharam. So, this lecture will endeavor to highlight these three aspects. How does this Kavya come into existence? This Kavya started with a dramatic episode of a Vyadha, a hunter killing the male bird, baka, one type of baka, jantu, water living bird, krauncham, purusha krauncha bakshi. So the hunter does harm to the male baka pakshi, krauncha pakshi, and that shoka slokatvam agata. So this is a kavya because a kavya starts with a dramatic gesture. So it talks about a melancholy. That melancholy leads to narration of a story of a contemporary, but that contemporary Purusha is Mahapurusha. Kamban says, Nadayil Nindruyar Nayakan. But why this story came into being? We said that this story came into being because it has to reveal the Vedic text in an understandable, in a comprehensible fashion. Then is this a necessity when Vedas are in existence for millennials? இப்படி ஒரு காவியமானது எம்பெருமானுடைய கடாட்சத்தினாலே அவதரிக்க காரணம் என்? அதுதான் உயர்ந்ததான விசேஷம். ராமாயணமானது வேதசாமியம், ராமாயணமானது வேதத்தின் விரிவுரை, ராமாயணமானது வாழ்க்கை நடைமுறை வழிகாட்டி, ராமாயணமானது மதுரமான காவியம். Veda is very difficult to understand. Although these Vedas are the eternal and ultimate text on which the Sanatana Dharma has to stand. Ramayanam indeed is a Veda, Vedasamyam. Veda Vedye Pare Pumsi Jate Dasarata Atmaje Vedaha Prachetasa Tasit Sakshat Ramayanatmana Prachetasa Apatyabum Pumsam iti Prachetasaha, the son of Varuna, Prachetasi. So it was like the showering of rain, because the Kavi who wrote this Ramayana is himself Varuna Amsam. Apatyam Puman, Pumsam Puman iti Prachetasaha. Okay. So this Veda Swarupam came into this being in the form of a Sarvasruti Manohara Kavyam Ramayanam. But that Veda is very difficult to understand. Veda is like something, Veda is something wandering in a vana, wandering in a forest. And that we are trying to understand that Veda, which basically mystifies everybody. How to understand this Veda? வேதத்தை எப்படி அறியறது? வேதமோ ஒரு கண்கட்டு வித்தையா இருக்கு. அதுவும் கலிகாலத்திலே அதை கிராஹ்யம் பண்ண முடியல, மனனம் பண்ண முடியல, அதனுடைய அர்த்தத்தை அனுசந்தானம் பண்ண முடியாததுனால வேதமானது ஒரு மர்மமா இருக்கு. அந்த வேதத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடிய பிரம்மத்தை எப்படி அறிவது? அது இன்னும் கடினமா இருக்கு. இது ஒரு அழகான சம்ஸ்கிருத காவியத்தில் இதை விளக்குறார் ஒரு உயர்ந்ததான ராமபக்தர். A Rama Bhakta and a great Sanskrit poet explains the need and necessity of Ramayana. He assumes that the Brahman that is personified in Veda as a parrot, Shukha, as a kili. And then he says, we are like hunters wandering in forest and in the world. Beautiful Sanskrit poem. This is what it is, Rama Kada Sudha. The essence of Ramayana is the Amrita. It will lead us to that Amrita. Na Mrityu Bhaga. It will take us to Apamrityu Bhaga. That world, Divi. But The recitation of the text itself is like a amrita, is like a joy. It's like a joy. Amritam. Patanameva amritam. Beautiful, in beautiful Sanskrit. A beautiful poem. Whether you enjoy this poem as a Sanskrit literature, or whether you enjoy this poem for its metric, whether you enjoy this poem for the Shastra Artha, or you enjoy this poem for the meaning itself. The meaning of this poem is to give the importance of Ramayanam. So I will recite the Sanskrita poem and then explain to this. So, Rama Katha Sudha Vedanta Vibramavane Vihita Prachara Kakutsavamsha Avatirya Kadapi Kelan Valmiki Vangnikara Vaguraya Grihita Hritpancharam Vrajati Kaschid ayam shuko me. What a beauty. Shuko me hritpancharam vrajati kaschidi ayam shukaha. So we are like hunters trying to capture a parrot. The parrot is nothing but that Brahman. So in other words, we are like hunters who have no pious activity. And then we are wandering. So we are not able to capture our senses. We are wandering in the dark forest. Vedanta Vibramavane Vihita Pracharaha Charanti Pracharanti Vyadaha. So we are like Vyadaha Charanti Vane. So we are wandering in which Vana? In which forest? It is Vedanta Shastra, the difficult Shastra. But our intention is to get that parrot, is to get that Brahman, is to understand the Brahman. We are not able to do so if you just follow the Shastras and Smritis. Vedam Yeva Munivakyani. We are not able to do. That leads us to Brahma. Vedanta Vibramavane Vihita Pracharaha. In that forest, there is a bamboo orchard. Kakutsa Vamsha Avatirya. Vamsha means Vamshi Vamshaha. That is bamboo. So the bamboo orchid is named as Kakutsaha. So, in Kakutsa Vamsa, like the parrot is landing on that bamboo orchid, that Emberuman, Pita Putrena Pitruman Yoni Yonau, as Veda says, the Pita, Sarva Pitamaha, he wanted to be born as the son of Dasharatha. Dasharatham Pitaram Dasharatham Rochayamasa Dasarathi. So likewise, this parrot lands on that Vamsha. That Vamsha is nothing but Kakutsa Vamsa, Raghu Vamsa. Kadapi Kelane. And then the parrot is just enjoying the Vamsha, the bamboo. Similarly, Ramachandramurti along with his brothers was enjoying his life until havoc came upon him. So, Vedanta Vibramavane Vihita Prachara Kakutsa Vamsha Avatirya Kadapi Kelan. Why we need Ramayana? That is the essence of this poem. Ramayana is Veda Samyam. It elaborates the Veda essence. On top of it, it is Sarvashruti Manoharam. Kakutsa Vamsha Avatirya Kadapi Kelan. But then, these hunters like us, there was a hunter called Valmiki. Valmiki Vang Nikara Vaguraya Grihita. Vaguraya means net. So that hunters, so we are all Valmikis wandering. So, but what this particular Valmiki did was using his words, Vangmayam, Valmiki Vangnikara Vaguraya Grihita. Because he was a Muni with special kataksham from Brahma, with special kataksham from Narada Muni, of course with special kataksham from Sriman Narayana, he used his words, Valmiki Vangnikara Vaguraya grihita, using the words which is the outpour of his bhakti in the form of Ramayana. Valmikir Vadanaravinda Yugalam Ramayanakyam Madhu. Using those Madhuramana words, he caught that parrot, Brahman, for us, because we hunters are still wandering. But for Valmiki Mahapurusha, we will not be even able to understand a little bit of that Brahman. So he, out of the mercy, like Alvars, caught that parrot, that Brahman, and then held it in the nest. Hrit Pancharam. He held that Brahman in the nest, and then Manasa Sakshatkaram. He understood that Brahman, what it stood for, and then he personified that Brahman as a living embodiment of virtue in his kavyam. Hrit Pancharam Vrajati Kaschidayam Shuko Me. That parrot, which was not to be held in a nest, because of the bhakti bhava. Ramayanam is a bhakti grantha. Because of the bhakti and because of the karuna of sage Valmiki, he brought that Brahman in words in the grantha called Ramayanam. So what does Ramayana do? It is Vedam, but it simplifies the Veda in a comprehensible fashion just for us. Because that hunter Valmiki was a Ratnakara. That hunter Valmiki crystallized the Katina Sastras into a Sarvasruti Manohara Kavyam. Kamartha Guna Samyuktam Dharmartha Guna Vistaram Samudram Iva Ratnadyam Sarvasruti Manoharam. So the Vedas have become a Sarvasruti Manohara Vakyam Kavyam. It is because of Emberuman's Nirhetuka Kripa. He gave the Ajna to Valmiki to personify that Brahman, Sriman Narayana, who is none other than Sri Ramachandra Prabhu in Treta Yuga, and Valmiki as a contemporary to Sri Ramachandra Prabhu, Sriman Narayana, gave this Sarvasruti Manohara Kavyam. What is this Kavyam? This Kavyam, Satu Medhavinau Drishtva Vedeshu Parinishtitau Veda Upabrahmanarthaya Tavagrayata Prabhu. Even Lavakucha, who are masters in Veda, Drishtva Vedeshu Parinishtitau Medhavinau Tau. These two people who have mastered the Vedas, they got imbibed into this Sarvasruti Manohara Kavya of Valmiki Bhagavan, and then they propagated it just because it was very difficult even in Treta Yuga to understand and live by Vedas. See, Vedasya Upabrahmanarthaya, to explain. Of course, it is Veda. But then it tried to explain the Veda in a simplified form as a drama, enacted by all these players who are living contemporaries to the Karta of the text. So it becomes an authenticated text. Vedasya Upabrahmanarthaya. This is in sage Valmiki's own words. Okay, but more than that, this text became a prominent text because it was in a position, it was in a structure, it was in a meter, it was the Adi Kavya. There was no such Kavya before. This is in the own words of Brahma Prajapati in Valmiki Ramayanam itself. There was no such a Kavya that had this kind of perfect met to be listened to. It was in such a perfect metric tone to be memorized. It was in such a metric tone to be propagated. And it was in such a metric tone to be understood and imbibed. Sarvasruti Manoharam Kamartha Guna. Because of the basic tenet is, it was structured as a kavya in some metric form. That's what made it to be recited, understood and propagated. Who are the first propagators? Lavakusha. Then what does this give? Kamartha Guna Samyuktam Dharmartha Guna Vistaram. It is full of lot of kamarthas. Once you read this with a good heart, good bhakti, it will give us whatever we want. Kamartha Guna Sanyuttam, because it is laden with dharma. Rama is called walking embodiment of dharma. Nadayil nindru uyar nayagan. So he is a living embodiment of virtue and righteousness according to the Tamil poet Kamban. Dharmartha Guna Vistaram. The Dharma Artha Guna Vistaram Samudram Ivaratnadyam. It is so deep. It is so deep like Samudra. We don't know what are the goodies bestowed in Samudra. Keep on digging, keep on going deep. You get lot of Ratnam, Ratnakaram, Ratnadyam. Samudram Ivaratnadyam Sarvasruti Manoharam. Above all, it is Sarvasruti Manoharam. So it is easy to listen. It is easy to recite. It is so enjoyable. Sarvasruti Manoharam. See, the same thing Bhagavatam, in the early part of Bhagavatam, they say about a texture. Of course, there is no denial that Vedas are the building block of Sanatana Dharma. No doubt about it. But imagine, we brought to the attention that difficulties exists with Veda in comprehending even during the time of Ramachandramurti, Tretayugam. Then as the ages pass by, people's dharana sakti, people's shraddha also goes down. Imagine in Dwapara Yuga, even during the days of Kannan Emperuman, people were not able to imbibe the true artha of Veda. So what they said, Kannan said, don't worry about it, just sing my name. But make sure those names you sing are in a rhyming, in a chiming fashion, which Adiyan didn't say, it is in Bhagavatam itself. Anyonyamasiti sanjalpa uttama shloka chetasam kauravendra purastrinam sarvasruti manoharaha. The same word Vyasa uses in Srimad Bhagavatam. See, Anonyamasiti sanjalpa. People have been sanjalpa, people have been talking. They were trying to recite Veda. Anyonyamasiti sanjalpa. About who? Uttama shlokaha. The person on whom all the usual eulogies rest. Uttama shlokaha chetasam. Who are these people? They were all people of Kuru. Kauravendrasya Kauravendra Purastrinam. But then Lord Krishna ordered them, don't worry about it. Just recite my name in a musical form. Sarvasruti Manoharaha. Vedas are most important. But then, what do you do if you don't understand the meaning of Veda? Vedathin utporul theriyalana enna panna? அதுக்கு விவரணமான வியாக்கியான கிரந்தங்கள் எழுதணும். அதுவும் முடியலன்னா இட் இஸ் இட்டரேஷன், அவ்வளோதான். அதுவும் முடியல. அதுதான் ராமாயணம் விச் வி ஸ்டார்டட் எக்ஸ்பிளைனிங் இன் தி உபோத்காதா திஸ் சீரீஸ் ராமகதா சுதா. ராமாயணம் இஸ் வேதசாமியம், வேதமேவ. பரந்து because of the kala, we are not able to grasp that Veda. Then what do? We try to find an explanatory text. Even when they become difficult, what do? You got to go and find something where you can get the essence of that Veda. That is nothing but this Sarvasruti Manohara Kavyam. Why? Because Sravanam of Emberuman's Gunangal, Emberuman's divine attributes is important. This again sage Vyasa says in Srimad Bhagavatam, Prakallada Vrthante, Vyasaha says this, Shravanam Kirthanam Vishno Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam, Vandhanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. It's a great explanation of Bhakti, Navavidha Bhakti. In that first form of Navavidha Bhakti is Sravanam. You have to listen to Emperuman's Kalyana Gunam. That is a way of expressing Bhakti. Bhakti is not all can recite, not all can tell Upanyasas. But everybody can listen. That too we can listen with 2 ears. So the first and foremost form of Bhakti is Shravanam. And who is an epitome of this Shravana Bhakti is none other than Tiruvadi, Hanumar. Mangalamurute Bandamanage. Dasar cries, Mangalamurute Mukhya Prana Bandamanage Bandamanage Mangalamurute Mukhya Prana Bandamanage Bandamanage. Kimartam? Why did Hanuman, why did Siriya Tiruvadi comes and runs everywhere where there is Rama Nama Shravanam, Rama Nama Krata? Sri Rama Namadha Mangala Dhvani Kelave Mangala Murute Mukhya Prana Bandha Manage Bandha Manage Shri Rama Namada Madhura Dhvani Kelave Mangala Murute. Purandaradasa cries, it is because this is Madhura Dhvani. One has to listen to Madhura Dhvani because this Madhura Dhvani originates from a person who is a Madhura Swarupan. This Madhura Swarupan was born in the month of Madhura. Veda calls the Chaitra Masa as Madhura. Madhuscha Madhavascha Vasantika Vritu. This Ritu is Vasanta Ritu. Ayam Masaha Pushpita Kananaha. Valmiki enjoys the beauty of Vasanta Ritu and says in this month, which is nothing but Madhumasa, Madhava Masa, where the flowers are all blossoming everywhere. During this Vasanta Navaratri, flowers are all blossoming. When the flowers are all blossoming, these wonders, these Shatpadams go and then make honey. And what is this honey? We are trying to absorb the guna of Emperuman, the guna of the embodiment of virtues, the living, walking embodiment of virtues, Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. So, that is what we are doing in this Navaratri Samaye Sandharpe. We are understanding Sri Ramayana in different bhavas. So, Ramayana does 4 things. It is basically a Veda. Not exactly Veda, Veda Samyam. But then it tries to elaborate Veda by showcasing the example of people, how people should live according to Vedic traits. Veda Upabrahmanartham. Then third one, it is basically a lifestyle aid memoir, which is nothing but the heroes and heroines of the text, dramatic text. This Ramayana. And the fourth one is, it is Sarvasruti Manohara Pathyam Geyam Kavyam, according to Valmiki. So Ramayana is nothing but Veda, explanation of Veda. More than anything, it is the recitation of Kalyana Gunas of Emperuman in a Sravya Paddhati. In a way one can listen. It is not like hard, ununderstandable language. Of course, the language is not much spoken, but it is written, Ramayanam Pura Anushtupta. One of the easiest meter in Sanskrit is Anushtup. So it is written in an Anushtup meter. It is basically truncated in the same fashion. And the style is in such a way that it is easily comprehensible. Why? Because the Emperuman portrayed in that grantha, in the text itself, is a Saulabhya Sausilya Vatsalan. Kattor Karudum Visayangalekkellam Patram Vibhava Guna Panbu. He is the epitome of all the positive attributes. Swami Namavala Mamanigal in Trivayimazhi Nuttandadi praises this when he talks about the Padigam Karpar Ramapirana Yallal 7:5 7 10 5 Trivayimazhi. When he is giving the saram of that Padigam, he says, Katrar Karudum Visayangalukkellam Patru. He is the embodiment and he is the epitome. If one has to cling to something, cling to Sri Ramachandra. Katrar Karudum Visayangalukkellam Patram. Vibhava Guna Panbugalai Utru Unardu Manninullor Tamiravai. So, to get rid of all the evils, just recite Ramayana. Because this is Brahma's words. Saraswati. Machandadyeva. E Brahmane pravirtyayam Saraswati Ramasya charitam sarvam kuru. You do everything because my words, my Saraswati will flow. Then if it is so, then this Grantha will last forever. That is why even in 221 amidst COVID stress, we are doing this lecture series. Yavate stasyanti giraya saritascha mahitale tavad ramayanam katha lokeshu pracharishyati. And on this auspicious day of Chitrai Trivadarai, Swami Ramanuja had his heart to Sri Ramayana. Padigonda Kirti Ramayanam ennum Bhakti Vallam Kudigonda Koyil. So he imbibed the artha, the deep Shastra stars of Sri Ramayana, and that is one of the reasons he was able to do religious service, societal service, and more importantly, help the humankind. So with that, we now come to conclusion of today's lecture saying Ramayana is Veda. Ramayana is a Vedic explanatory text. More importantly, it is a Bhakti Kavya. In the further series, we will elaborate on these aspects. How Sri Ramanuja took this Grantha and what are all the different types of rasas we can enjoy through Sri Ramayanam. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha Mangalam Kosalendraya Maganiya Gunabdhaye Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam Srimate Ramyaja Matru Munindraya Mahatmane Sri Rangavasine Bhuyat Nityasri Nityamangalam Ramakatha Sudha Alvar Embramanar Jiyat Trivadigalé Sharanam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu.